Okay, I don't know whether you all realize what we are actually hearing from the speakers today is a very diversified engineering field, correct? I guess you all are not paying attention. Okay, very good.
3 hours.
Okay, actually in this working environment now, right, you really need to diversify. To share my experience in the telco world, we really need to innovate and grow. Then only you can be leaders in the market. So like Maxis and DG, you always see them coming up with many products to attract the customers, right? Yeah, because we need to be the leader and innovate. That's how you can grow your business. If not, you will just die like that. Okay, so next we have IR Sharifah Azlina binti Kamal Pasma. Can we have her in front so that she can do her preparation on the slideshow? While she's doing the preparation, I'd like to share a bit on her background. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from USA. She's a fellow of IEM, registered professional engineer, member of Institute of Highway and Transportation, chartered professional engineer with Institute of Engineers Australia, and she's currently the COO of HSS Engineering Sendirian Berhad. She specializes in highway and transportation, and part of her responsibilities as Chief Operating Officer is to oversee the CNS, M&E, and design projects. Her scope just does not include design, but she also does resource planning, providing on-the-job training, reviewing overall budget and cash flow, implements the ISO quality and systems. So we'd like to have IR Sharifah to share her experience to address some of the engineering issues that the ladies share in this world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm Sharifah Azlina. You can call me Azlina, although Kak Hayat would call me Shah. Actually, Kak Hayat and I goes 32 years back, yeah? Small industry, we were in the same boarding school actually. So what do? I'm actually, I started off being a highway and transportation engineer, and I currently overseeing everything in the corporation. Okay, HSS Engineering has got, we have more than 300 staff, I think reaching 375 staff, and we have offices in, of course our HQ is in Kuala Lumpur. We are also in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and we are in Qatar, Kuwait. We were in Libya, Benghazi before we got bombed. And we also did some work in Hanoi, and I've been to all these places, very interesting in fact. So what you have on the slide is what I've done. As I said, I'm basically a highway and transportation engineer. This is what I did in Max Highway, this is what I did in lodging with a 60-meter viaduct, and that is what I did in double tracking. I was involved in the first Putra LRT, and this is the Penang Bridge widening, okay? That's just among the few. I've done about more than 1,000 kilometers of highway design in Malaysia as well as in Middle East, okay? So was that important? Yes, because we women engineers, tend to actually say that our achievement is contributed by others. It's not by us. I had good support, I had good manager, I had good bosses. Let's get out of that and say we did it our own, okay? So again, very quickly, this I think the theoretical part is really done by Engineer Khalida and Engineer Rafta. So growth is about development. Growth is about individual level growth, company level growth. But let me just talk a bit about the company level growth, yeah? Because I'm in the position as Chief Operating Officer to make sure that we have that positioning over our competitors, like Rafta, okay? So on individual level, we have education, and we have our career progress, we have our personal development. Being an engineer, I hope is the right thing for you. I hope it was the right decision for you, okay? But apart from that, what you want to aspire personally also makes a lot of difference, yeah? Maybe you want to be an engineer and a good mother as well. Maybe you want to be an engineer and a businesswoman as well, which is what I am now, okay? So that personal part is very important to make it holistic and whole, okay? Now going down to company level, because in the position I am, right, I've got registered with ACEM 135 more consulting engineers. So how does HSS position themselves? And our service, our product is all about service. people. So the people aspect is very important. I sell people. So to be able to do that, I have to get good people work for me. And to be able to do that, I have to be as good or better than them, and to be able to empower them to give the best. Okay, so that's very important at the company level. And of course, you must align these two, very important, towards the vision and mission. Vision and mission of yourself. That's what Engineer Khalida said, 5 years down the line, strategic management, 10 years down the line, or 20 years down the line, okay? Or vision and mission of the company, vision or mission of the entire nation, okay? So that's very important. Innovation, again, we've gone through that, so it could be idea, method, product, something new in those. And why? I think very important, why innovation? Positioning, to remain relevant, as what Gauri has said, okay? HSS can be another consultant engineer. No, we don't want that. We want to be able to offer a total engineering solution. That's why we have a PKK Class A registration. That's why we have a project management consultancy registration, and we're in the CNS and we're in the MNE. So that gives us a bit of the innovative services above other, yeah? Very important. And also, how are you translating that in your ideas, in your design, construction, also in your management? Amazingly, management is something that is very, like engineering is something that has been there all the while, but there are innovative ideas to inspire people, to get people to work. You know, I think one interesting book that I read about innovation is Blue Ocean Strategy, where go where the competition is not there. Okay, so then you know, God's willing, you'll be there longer before they all catch up in the market. Very good book to read, actually. So this is part of the attributes to a good leadership: compassion and empathy. You know, you must have a good communication skill and listening skill. Communication is very important, because what I gather from my work is that a lot of us don't talk enough in the office. We talk a lot at home, but we don't talk enough in the office, okay? So develop that. It's something that you could develop, okay? Be heard and be seen, okay? And then I think ladies tend to be persuasive. At times, use it to the good advantage, and we can also be assertive and determination. Some other attributes could be decisiveness. Yeah, remember the song "Women Are Fickle"? Not relevant anymore.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to concentrate a bit more on this now and relate it to what I do. Okay, this is actually the core of my slide. Now, to be a leader, you must move from being a single contributor. That means I did what I was before, a designer. I did all the highway design. I must now be able to manage people, okay? I must now be able to get things done by others, okay? I need not do it myself. But to be able to achieve that position, I need to know what the others are doing, okay? As I said, I started with a highway engineer, but now I need to know a bit about power plant, a bit about port and wharf, a bit about M&E, a bit about project management. How do I get that? I have good general managers who report to me, and in the course of delivering our service, I learn. Okay, so life is about learning. And I had a lot of problem when I was promoted from being general manager to a senior general manager to a group general manager and now to a COO, all happening in 3 years. So it was really a fast track promotion, and I struggled. Boy, I struggled. Okay, but I think it was worth it having made it. Yeah. Again, how do I do it? You have to be visible. Okay, and very important, ladies, sit at the table. Better still, sit in the chair. Okay, be a chairman, chair lady, right? You learn and you relate a lot by doing that. Okay. Move out of the comfort zone. Very important, okay? But again, the 3 years I was promoted, I was just getting comfortable. I was not even getting comfortable, I put it that way, yeah? And I had to make a move. So then I learned that nobody's going to wait for me. Nobody's going to hold my hand and say, hello, SGM, you're supposed to do A, B, C. No. So what am I doing now? I'm actually taking an MBA part-time. This is my 8th month, another 10 to go, inshallah. I graduate end of the year. But again, I had to move out of my comfort zone from the engineering, learn a bit about business, learn what Maslow hierarchy is all about, learn about Michael Porter's competitive strategy. Before this, I only know Harry Potter. Okay? Now I know who Michael Porter is. Now I know Kotler's marketing strategy. I learned about SWOT, SWOT, you know, what is opportunity, what is threat. Very relevant when I go overseas, yeah, the threat part. And I've made new friends. Of course, there are endless days where we had to sit in the office until 2, 3 a.m. and just finish our work because we're doing part-time, okay? And of course, the dissertation, all the meetings with the lecturers and supervisor. But I'm enjoying it, okay? I really am enjoying it. And why am I doing that? Because I'm trying to close the gap between my incompetency now to what is expected of me. Because my CEO will not guide me you know, by every single line. He will I mean, the irony or the grateful part of it is, just as I finished my corporate finance and financial management module, I was given this task to help a concessionaire analyze their, you know, their private highway concession, talk to the funders, see whether you need to raise bond, see whether you need to issue rights or issue shares. I didn't know anything about that, and I'm glad I took my MBA because I'll be able to give the right advice, you know, and lead them on, you see. So that's very important to close the gap between the current competency and expectation. Okay, where are we now? These two are actually leaders, national leaders. Amazingly, there are 18 countries, 18 nations that has women in the leadership as of February. But sadly, it has gone down from 20 last year to this year. So we're actually on the declining, no good. Yeah? So we have our own Yin Lak next door, our neighbor, right? And then these are the people in the corporate world who has actually made it. And that is our very own, though they may not be in the engineering line, but I think like Dr. Maslan, she's a famous scientist. I had the opportunity to meet her last year in December, to invite her to our YSET conference this June. Unfortunately, she's already tied, but she has agreed to do a pre-recording opening in one of the forums, you see. She's been, I would say she's been out of the world. She's also our senior, but she's very humble. You know, she called herself alien ambassador, okay, despite, I think she's instrumental also in our first man who went out of space, you know, and said, why lah Kak Mazlan not woman, you know. And what she told me was that, you know, amazingly, when I take this chair, when I take this seat in UM, she's based in Vienna, the celestial seems to stop, you know. There's no meteor that landed, there's no meteoroid that went past, you know, but I take it that she finds it not challenging already. That's how I take it, you know. That's part and parcel. That's you know, there's nothing new to her. But I had a very good 1-hour meeting with her. Yeah, really very inspiring. Okay, this is my last slide. Just trying to make my impression. I've got 4 children. My eldest is 22, and she's in RMIT doing mechanical engineering. I must have done something right. Okay. I got 3 others, only 1 boy. And can we nurture leaders? Yes, we can. HSS staff, there are 8 of you there. Yeah? This is a secret that the guys don't know. We have what we call succession plan, whereby we pick people who display potential leadership, because the research was done and find out that if you actually nurture from within the organization, you get better leaders, right? Because you know the organization in and out. So HSS does have the succession plan, and what I've said are part of the attributes and criteria of the person who would sit in this Shumalai, who would sit in this C-suite and you know, general manager and senior manager. So yes, we do nurture leaders. With that, I thank you.